it here. Okay. Don't worry. They're perfect.
Because I don't want to be like booming.
No, they won't be. So Maya, what I would say is this. At this point, only worry about the things that are actually in, okay? The environment, who's here, what's going on. There's nothing you can, right? But how about this? I'm going to push this forward because I think it's too close to the stage. Great. Yeah, it feels too close. Great. Feels good. He does. Okay, great. Okay, thank you. Yes, thank you. So here we go on page. You know what? This is a weekday Siddur, so I'm going to shabbat.
Wow, so many people coming in.
Was he supposed to fall? I think maybe I should have this next to your mom. You think?
Yeah, or my grandma, who will probably be crying a lot.
We have tissues accessible. Blessing is
Okay.
here. It's right here.
Baruch, and I say it.
You say it.
Okay.
So, but here, let's practice the order. So you'll say something.
And
You'll
then-
give her the talit.
So he'll say it and then pick up the tali?
So you can hold the talit, but I want you to say it before you give it to
Okay.
Maya.
Yeah.
Because I want her to listen to you. So you'll then give it to Maya, wrap herself in a talit, and then you'll say this blessing.
Just Maya says that.
Just Maya
Yeah,
says
okay.
it.
Yeah, and then I'll go down.
Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehitatei b'tzitzit.
That's it. You got it.
Okay. Can we practice handing the tali to me?
Of course.
You want me to read it? No. No, that's not how you give it to me. Okay, look. I'm going to get wrapped in it. So you have to hand it to me like that. So then I just go like that. So just hold
We
it.
gotta practice.
Hold it like that.
Well, how am I supposed to hold it like that and read off?
I think that
Most of the time I read this.
and then you just hold it out like that, and then I just take it, and then I just like do the wrap thing.
And then, do I give you a hug at the end?
No.
Okay.
Just like smile at me, and then walk away.
Yeah, we're
There's
smart.
Alicia. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. I'm gonna die.
You have a lot of friends here, man.
Not all of them are here yet.
Yeah, but there's a lot. Wait, isn't Donna coming to this?
Yes. In the hall. Oh my god.
Okay, I'll be down there, alright?
Okay. Hi.
La 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 ya la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 Shabbat Shalom. Good morning to you and welcome to Shir Tikva. Welcome to Maya's Bat Mitzvah. Yay! There it is. We're so glad on behalf of the whole Shir Tikva community to welcome Maya's family, Maya's friends into the sanctuary this morning. My name is Rabbi Ariel and it's my joy to be able to help hold the container of this celebration. And so I just wanted to say a few words of orientation to what it is we're going to be doing together. As folks are coming in or as you're getting settled, I just want to invite you to look around and say, like, are there lots of empty seats in front of me? And if so, and if you feel like coming closer, if that would not be physically challenging, I do invite you to come closer because it helps our space. This is a really beautifully intimate group of people, and I think that this is really going to help us feel like we're all connected together. And I think there's nothing nicer than a little bit of like last minute rearranging, right? It's a direct action we're doing together. Thank you. So good morning and welcome. I just want to share a little bit about what it means to come together on a Shabbat morning to sing and pray and hear Torah. Maya, how long have you been preparing for this morning?
Like
Here,
10,
speak into the mic.
Oh, like 10 months now.
Yeah, so you've been every week learning, and at home also you've been practicing. It's been this process. I think of becoming Bat Mitzvah both sort of as a lifelong, like you've sort of been like slowly preparing, and then all at once this last year there's this like very intensive burst of study with an amazing tutor, of digging into learning with your class, and getting to study with a rabbi. And so it's really, this is a moment, Maya, for you of just, I want you to hear, even before we start the service, you're already Bat Mitzvah. You already did it. There's nothing that will happen today that will change that fact. You are a member of this community, you count, and we're so thrilled to be able to gather together this morning just to affirm that, to celebrate with you, and to welcome you in. And it's classic Jewish community that the way we welcome in new adults into our community is by making you work really hard. So thank you for taking on this challenge, and we're so excited to get to learn with you this morning. So the flow of this morning is as follows. We'll sing a bunch of songs together which sort of function as warm-ups. I know that I imagine you're an athlete. There are a number of athletes in the room that this is like the warm-up in some ways before the game. We just want to make sure that we are loose and ready and present. And so we invite you, whether this is a very comfortable tradition for you or this is your first time in a synagogue, to sing along. I told Maya right before we started, this is not a performance. This is a chance for us to gather in community, to take deep breaths, to smile at each other. Even if we're wearing masks, we can still tell that we're smiling through our little squinty eyes. Hey. And also to find the space for a little bit of silence and for honesty. That at the heart of prayer, it's just a chance to be honest. And so I really hope that over the course of this morning of song, of reflection, of readings, that each of us finds a few moments of quiet and a few moments of honesty. I'm going to invite you. Shabbat is a time where we step away from the rhythms of the week, when we step away from the rush of it. And so if you have a cell phone on you or any sort of device that's going to be calling your attention elsewhere, I'm going to invite you to turn it off or to turn it to silent so you can be here. And I know that could be a little panic-inducing, but it's worth it. Just for 90 minutes to say, I'm just here. And if you're at home, and I know there are a lot of loved ones right now who are on the YouTube streaming in, I'm going to invite you also to please turn off, close other tabs, turn off distractions, just be present to what is in this moment, to being together. So if you are in the space here, there's a bathroom through those doors. There are also bathrooms up the stairs outside, and we thank you for wearing masks and for this act of caring for public health and well-being. If you need a mask break, you're invited to go out into the social hall and take some breaths and then come back into the sanctuary. I think that was enough orientation, don't you? Oh yeah, let's sing, shall we? Let's open to page 68 together. Our books open from right to left, in case that feels confusing, and you'll find in the Siddur Hebrew, transliteration of that Hebrew, and translation, so you can find out what it is we're singing. Modani lefanecha, melech chai v'kayam, shechezarta bi nishmati bechemla, rabba emunatecha, rabba emunatecha, modani lefanecha, melech chai v'kayam, shechezarta bi nishmati bechemla, rabba emunatecha, rabba emunatecha. I'll invite Maya's brother Avi to join us here on the bima to present Maya with her talit. 72.
Mazel tov. Maya, I'm really proud of you and how far you have come. I hope whenever you wear this talit, you remember what a great and inspiring sister you are.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehitatef b'tzitzit.
Amen. It's beautiful. Stand in front of your microphone so people can hear you. Okay, so we turn together to page 74. Ma tovu ohalecha Yaakov mishkenotecha Yisrael. Ma tovu ohalecha Yaakov mishkenotecha Israel. We continue on page 78. Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorai. Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorai. Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorai. Elohai shenatata bi tehorai. Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorai. I'll invite Maya's Uncle Joey to join us on the bima to offer a reading. And you'll find in your Siddur a program, and in these programs are the texts of the readings that will be offered today if you'd like to follow along.
If you are following along, you'll see that this was going to be read by my brother, Chaim. I'm not Chaim. I'm Joey, one of the two Joeys. And Chaim wasn't able to be here because of a big snowstorm. He lives in Kalamazoo, and he set out yesterday morning, determined to get here, but the snow was too thick, so he prudently turned back. So on behalf of Chaim, this is from V'ahavta by Aurora Levins Morales. Don't waver. Don't let despair sink its sharp teeth into the throat with which you sing. Escalate your dreams. Make them burn so fiercely that you can follow them down any dark alleyway of history and not lose your way. Make them burn clear as a starry drinking gourd over the grim fog of exhaustion, and keep walking. Hold hands. Share water. Keep imagining so that we and the children of our children's children may live.
Thank you.
You bet.
We turn now to page 100. And with that encouragement by poet Aurora Levens Morales, read so beautifully by Joey, let us sing Hallelujah, this psalm of celebration and exaltation. Hallelujah, 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 el bekocho, hallelujah, birkia uzo, hallelujah, bigvurotav, hallelujah, kerov gudlo, hallelujah, 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 beteka shofar, hallelujah, benevel vechinor, hallelujah, betofu machol, hallelujah, beminim veugav, hallelujah, 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 betzil tzalei shama, hallelujah, betzil tzalei trua, kol anshama, tehalel yah, hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. We turn to page 108 and rise in body and spirit as we call each other to prayer with Baruch Hu. Please rise. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya ya la la la. Ay ya la la la. Ay ya la 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 la. Ya ya la la la. Ay ya la la la. Ay la 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 la. Baruchu et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamevorach, hamevorach. turn to page 114. We remain standing as we sing the Shema.
Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. You may be seated. We continue on page 116.
ואהבת
את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים אלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם באמת. We turn now to page 122, and we sing the words of Micha Mocha, which are words that are actually taken from Torah, that are taken from the moment when the Israelites were leaving Mitzrayim, were leaving hundreds of years of slavery, and were entering into the wilderness, we're entering into the expanse. And they sing these words as they're crossing through the narrowest place, or some say they sang it after they got to the other side of the sea, or some people say they started singing it even before they started crossing. So there's this feeling of song accompanying people through moments of challenge, moments of uncertainty. And so as we sing this song together today, I want to just offer to anyone in this room who's feeling, or any in our diasporic room who's feeling caught in the squeeze of a struggle, who's feeling disoriented, who's feeling unsure. And there could be countless reasons why you might be feeling that way. But for anyone for whom on this Shabbat morning you're like, Ori, I'm carrying some sense of the struggle. Let's let our song actually loosen, open us to the expanse and to the possibility of a little ease, a little comfort, a little nourishment. Ya la 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 la, hi la 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 la, hi la 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 la, hi la 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 la. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha neda b'kodesh, nora tehilot osef ele. נורא תהילות אוסף אלה. שירה חדשה שיבחו גאולים, לשמך לשפת הים. יחד כולם הודו והמליכו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. יא לי 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 לי, לי 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 לי, לי Going to invite Maya's Bubby Shirley to join us on the bima to offer a second reading.
I've taken the liberty to use only the last line of Mary Oliver's poem and then reflect upon how it is so meaningful in terms of who Maya is. So the last line of Mary Oliver's poem, The Summer Day, poses the question, tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? Maya is answering that question within the Jewish tradition, the Jewish tenet of tikkun olam. Beyond measure are Maya's acts of kindness in improving relationships, helping those in conflict see their shared humanity so they treat others as they would want to be treated. She was not yet 3 when Maya's love of Jewish rituals and traditions were apparent as she repeated her mother's barucha over Shabbos candles. And sitting in her toddler car seat, Maya said to me, I need money. Why do you need money, I asked. Go to Whole Foods, buy eggs, make matzo balls and soup. Through creative writing and daily interactions, Maya is living a life centered on empathy and kindness, affirming a cherished Jewish values of tikkun olam. And I, as Maya's Bubby, have been a recipient of her kindness, far from family and isolated during the pandemic. Sorry. Maya's phone calls and mailings expressing her love and faith that we will be together again have helped sustain me to this day of blessing, Maya's Bat Mitzvah. A little tough. A little tough. And muzzle tough to her wonderful parents and brother.
Thank you. So we turn now, thank you so much. We turn now to the Amidah, which is a time for personal prayer. We'll begin together aloud in song, and then we'll take a few moments in quiet to use the words of the Siddur, to use the words of our heart, to find a few quiet moments of honest prayer, of honest reflection. And at the end of that time, you'll know you're welcome to sit down whenever you are done with your reflection, with your prayer. And we will come back together as a collective when Maya's Uncle Joey leads us in song. So we'll begin together on page 124. We'll pray the first few pages aloud, and then we'll gather back together on page 142 for Oseh Shalom. Please rise in body and spirit. Adonai sefatai tiftachu fi agid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Komel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד. מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישוע, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב על יד נביאך, וקרא זה אל זה ואמר, קדוש 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוא כל הארץ כבודו. אדיר אדירנו אדוני, אדוננו מה אדיר שמך בכל הארץ. ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו, הוא מלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישמיענו, ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, ימלוך אדוני לעולם. אלוהיך ציון לדור ודור. הללויה. לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לדור ודור נגיד גודלך. לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לדור ודור נגיד גודלך. ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, קדושתך נקדיש. ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו, אמרו אמן. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, יהלום עלינו ועל כל יושבי תבל, יעשה שלום, Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu v'al kol yoshvei tevel. Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu v'al kol yoshvei tevel. Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu v'al kol yoshvei tevel. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru amen. Okay, see you in a while.
So we've arrived at the Torah service. Your tutor was just, Gail was just like, what? How did that happen? How are we here already? What a morning. Thank you so much for your beautiful singing and davening. So it's the tradition in our community to invite our Bat Mitzvah's family, the generations of her family, to come and help us pass the Torah to Maya. This is a day where Maya joins the minyan of the Jewish people, joins the prayer community, joins the social justice community of the Jewish people. And so we want also in this time to mark all of the wisdom and all of the insight that your family is passing down to you, that your community is passing to you in this time. And so in just a moment, I will go up and retrieve the Torah from the ark. I'm going to invite the whole community to rise, and Maya's family will come and sort of form a line, a chain of transmission that we might be able to pass the Torah to Maya. And then after we have done that, we're going to take the Torah out into the community, and you're welcome to, Maya's going to be holding the Torah, and we'll be walking through the community, and you're welcome as a sign of respect to Torah to do a little bow if you want to take your prayer book and kiss the Torah, or if you just want to smile really big at Maya and give her some encouragement as she's walking by. That's a wonderful thing to do. And then you'll know it's time to sit down again when the Torah comes back up and is laying on this lectern. Okay, sound good? Please rise in body and spirit, and I invite Maya's family to join us here in front of the bima. You go there too. Okay, just out there. Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, u'Adonai Yerushalayim. Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, u'Adonai Yerushalayim. Baruch shenatan Torah le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato. Baruch shenatan Torah le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo, Gadlul Adonai iti, Uneromema Shemo Yachtav. So I'll invite Bubby and Uncle Joey to go find your places. We remain standing as the Torah is brought to community. And Avi, if you want to join us on this walk, you're welcome. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la, ya la 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 ya la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la. Ya la 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 ya la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la. Ya la 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 ya la. Ya la 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 la. Ah la 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 ya la. Ah la ya la la ya la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. La 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 la. Ya la ya la la ya la. You may be seated. So now it's time for your Devar Torahs. If you want to get your teaching, your speech. That's right. Not your thank yous, just your speech. So Maya has been working for the last months not only on how to learn to chant from Torah, but also to learn to interpret Torah, to wrestle with Torah. And I'm so glad that Maya now will share her insights about her Torah portion. So I'm just going to invite you, Maya, please speak slowly so we can hang on your every word.
Okay. My portion, Chaye Sarah, begins with the news of Abraham's wife passing away at the age of 127. Sarah died in the land of Canaan, and shortly after her death, Abraham speaks to the Hittites, telling them to go and buy a cave, a place to bury his wife. After refusing to accept the cave of Machpelah as a gift from a man named Ephron, Abraham pays 400 silver shekels for this burial spot. When I later went back and reread my portion, I noticed something strange. Ephron, the man who practically begs Abraham to take the cave from him as a gift, mentions what the cost would be if Abraham were to buy it. When giving a gift and the person receiving doesn't wish to accept, why would you mention how much it would cost? Someone might do this if they were trying to trick the person into buying it, which is what I believe Ephron was doing. Later, when reading a piece of a midrash, I learned that the cave had not actually been worth those 400 shekels. It had been worth much less. This is when I knew for sure that Abraham had been tricked. I believe that Ephron knew that Abraham would be the kind of person who would want to pay, and by knowing this, he took advantage of that and charged 400 shekels for something that wasn't worth nearly this much. Fast forward a few hundred years. It seems very good that Abraham purchased the land instead of simply accepting. Currently, a dispute over the cave is still happening, and who it truly belongs to is an ongoing question. While I believe Ephron did somehow take advantage of Abraham, I also think that Abraham knew in his heart buying the cave was a smart choice. I feel as though we can learn a lot from this, in the sense that sticking to what you truly value matters. Abraham was a man who believed that he should earn what was his. When I was younger, my mom shared a story with me that I feel relates to my portion. The story is that while she was in high school, she would see the same unhoused man named Otis every day, and she would often give him some food. This went on for a few years, and one day, Otis gave my mom a beaded bracelet that he had made himself. He told her that it feels wrong only to take, and wanted to give her something in return. I remember hearing this story and understanding that people's dignity matters, no matter the situation that they are in. When I first began reading my parsha, although I found it interesting, I didn't quite know how I could possibly relate it back to my life. Now I can see a few ways. I can see how important it is to be true to yourself, even when facing pressure from others, and I can see that it paid off for Abraham. I have also been in a situation where I was given a gift that made me feel uncomfortable. A friend once gave me a gift of money for my birthday, and although I found it very generous, I thought it was strange that he should give me so much money that he worked hard for all summer. When I tried to tell my friend I didn't want the money, that it was too much, he insisted that I have the gift, so I eventually accepted it. But I recognized that I felt strange about this gift because I, like Abraham, feel a sense of needing to earn something. My parents have taught me this value, and I feel that while I can accept kindness and generosity from people, I must also be responsible for myself. Studying my parsha has given me insight into the topic of giving and receiving gifts in a way that I had never thought of before. After thinking about this over a lot of many months, I have come to the conclusion that it is really not about the gift, large or small, that can potentially cause discomfort to the recipient. I think that when someone gives a gift, their feelings and intentions can come through, and therefore it can give a positive or negative feeling to the person receiving it. Like Abraham had misgivings about Ephron's gift, I think that when anyone feels uncomfortable, they should listen to themselves and look beyond the gift to the person giving it, and maybe much more can be revealed.
Okay, it's my joy to invite Gail Zoffer, beloved tutor. So it's my joy. Maya will be chanting 2 aliyot from Torah today. And while Torah is an oral tradition, there's also, if you would like to read along, either in English or in Hebrew with what it is that Maya is chanting, I'd invite you to just raise your hand. And Jade and Spencer will come over with chumashim, with books. So just raise your hand if you would like a chumash. And Maya is chanting from Bereshit, from the book of Genesis, chapter 23, verses 7 through 12. And so please turn to page 154 in the Chumash when you receive it, and look for verses 7 through 12. And if, as you're looking, you're like, I can't find it, just wave, and Rabbi Joey here will help you. Thanks, Rabbi Joey. Anyone else want a Chumash before we get started? For the first aliyah, it's my honor to call to Torah Maya's parents, Rachel and Jose. Yamdu hore Bat Mitzvah Rachel veHose l'aliyah rishona.
Baruch et Adonai Hamborach.
Baruch Adonai Hamorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamborach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen. Vayakom Avraham, vayishtach le'am ha'aretz livnei ched, vayedaber itam lemor, im yesh et nachshechem, likbor et meti milfanai, shema'uni ufigu li, Bechron ben Sohar, vayiten li, et me'arat hamachpelah, asher lo, asher biktzei sadechu, bechesef maleh, itnena li, betochechem, lahuzat kaver.
Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata betochenu, Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
So you two are invited to stay up here. As we pause between the first and the second aliyot, we will offer a prayer for healing of body, for healing of spirit. And so I will offer words in Hebrew and pause, and I invite you please to share names aloud or in the chat of people that you are praying for. I'll look around the room if that helps you know when you want to say names, but please feel free to share names at any point. מי שברך אבותינו אברהם יצחק ויעקב ואמותינו שרה רבקה רחל ולאה הוא יברך וירפא את החולים. Today we're praying for הקדוש ברוך הוא ימלא רחמים עליהם, להחלימם ולרפאותם ולהחזיקם, וישלח להם מהרה רפואה שלמה מן השמיים, רפואת הנפש ורפואת הגוף, השתה בגלה ובזמן קריב, ונאמר Amen. It's my joy for the second Aliyah to call our Bat Mitzvah, our amazing Bat Mitzvah Maya, to Torah for the very first time, to bless on your own. Yay. Tamod, Tamod, Maya bat Rachel ve'oseh Bat Mitzvah l'Aliyah Shniyah.
Baruch hu et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol hamim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Ve'Ephron yoshev betoch bnei chet vayan. Ephron chachiti et Avraham ve'oznei bnei chet lecho. Ba'esha'ar iro le'mor lo Adoni shemaheni hasandeh natati la ve'me'ara asher bo lecha netaticha La'nei b'nei amim netaticha la kevor meitecha, vayishtachu Avraham lifnei am ha'aretz. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
All right, everyone, here we go. I hear the rustling of candy about, which means we know it's time to shower Maya gently with wishes, with blessings embodied in Laffy Taffy and Swedish fish and whatever it is you're holding in your hands. I'm going to invite Maya's parents, before we throw, to make good decisions with yourselves. Do you want to stay here for the candy shower, or do you want to go step back? Tutor Gail has clearly made her choice. She's like, we're not messing around with this. All right, Maya, time to open up to the blessings as we sing. Simin Tova, Mazel Tova, Mazel Tova, Simin Tov, Simin Tova, Mazel Tova, Mazel Tova, Simin Tov, Simin Tova, Mazel Tova, Mazel Tova, Simin Tov. Yeh lanu, Yeh lanu, Yeh lanu, Ulecho Yisrael, Yeh lanu, Yeh lanu, Ulecho Yisrael. So it's usually the tradition to invite like really little kids to come collect the candy, but we have a lot of high schoolers in the room, so I'm going to invite all of our high schoolers to come collect the candy. Simin Tova, Mazel Tova, Mazel Tova, Simin Tov, Simin Tova, Mazel Tova, Mazel Tova, Simin Tov, Simin Tova, Mazel Tova, Mazel Tova, Simin Tov. Yeh lanu, Yeh lanu, Yeh lanu, Ulecho Yisrael. Yeh lanu, Yeh lanu, Ulecho Yisrael. Yeh lanu, Ulecho Yisrael. Yeh lanu, Yeh lanu, Ulecho Yisrael. It's so reassuring to know that the high schoolers have not lost the skill. Really? Just thank you so much. For a moment, I was afraid you were going to leave me hanging. I'm like, oh no, you're going to say no to collecting candy. Thank you for coming through. We're so grateful. Maya, yesher koach, such gorgeous chanting. So it was really important to Maya that folks have a chance to see what it is that she was chanting, to have a moment to actually see Torah, not just to hear it or to read it on a printed page, but actually to come up and see Torah. And so if you're in a room and you're like, I've never actually seen Torah close up, I'd like to come see. Or if you're like, I see it every week, but I'd still like to come see, you're welcome. Maya will show you where it is that she chanted. And so what we're going to do is create sort of like a flow where we go up here and back to our seats this direction, so there's not a traffic jam. But I'm going to invite you, we're going to hold this space in a prayerful way. I'll just sing a melody. So I invite us not to chat to each other, but if you're interested in coming up to see Torah, please take Maya up on this invitation and come up now. Okay? Ya lai lai lai, 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 ya lai lai, ya lai lai. And you're welcome to keep walking this way. Ya lai lai, ay 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 There is one moment in every Shabbat service, which is a feat of strength, where someone is invited to lift the Torah and dress the Torah. So I'm going to invite, today that honor goes to Maya's father, Jose. So I'm going to invite Jose and Rachel to join us back on the bima as the community rises and the Torah is lifted. Please rise in body and spirit. You can leave it like this. You can go stand to the side so you have space. Thank you. You may be seated. I'm going to invite Maya and Gail to come join us here on the bima for your Haftarah, your additional reading. Do I read this page? Okay.
My Haftarah comes from the Book of Kings. The story starts with King David in his old age, becoming incredibly cold while he is dying. His son, Adoniyahu, takes the opportunity of his father's death to try and take the role of king, despite King David's wishes stated earlier to have his other son Solomon take the role instead. A prophet named Nathan tries to get Bathsheba, the mother of Solomon, to go to King David and tell him of Adoniyahu's plan and make sure Solomon will still become king. She does this, and King David swears that Solomon will indeed be the king after his death. In my Torah portion, we see that success and living up to expectations is a focus, as in here in this Haftarah. Adoniyahu tried to manipulate the situation and take power, which ended up backfiring and demonstrating that he wouldn't be ready for that responsibility. And just like Isaac from my Torah portion, Solomon wasn't the oldest son, but he still was granted his father's power and birthright. They were both given this power and these expectations, even though neither of them technically were supposed to have it. The verses that I have chosen to chant in Hebrew are about Nathan the prophet going to see Solomon's mother and telling her what to say to King David about Adoniyahu. I chose it because I think it's one of the most important parts of the story. Without Nathan telling Bathsheba this, maybe Adoniyahu would have taken over as king. I believe it is very vital to the story. And here's what I'm going to be reading in English. Nathan then went to see Solomon's mother, Bathsheba, and said to her, "Have you not heard that Adoniyahu, son of Haggit, is calling himself king, and David knows nothing about it? Now, look, let me give you advice that will save your life and the life of your son Solomon. Go at once to King David and say, 'My lord king, did you not swear to your servant, saying, your son Solomon will follow me as king and sit on my throne? Why then has Adoniyahu become king? And while you are standing there talking with the king, I will join you and confirm your words.'" Lechi uvoi el hamelech David, v'amarte lahav halo ata Adoni hamelech, nishbata la'amatcha le'mor, ki shlomo v'nech, im lo acharai, vehu yeshev lakisif, umadua malech Adoniyahu.
Yesher koach. Before we put the Torah back in the Ark, I'm going to invite Maya's classmates, Jade and Spencer, to join us here on the Bima to offer words of congratulations.
We're so happy to have you as part of our class. This is, you did a really good job. Shabbat Shalom.
Hi everyone, my name is Jade. Maya, I'm so proud of you. It's been awesome getting to know you. It's been so fun having you in class, and I hope we can continue to hang out. So proud of you. Mazel tov. So much love. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you both so much. I'm going to invite the community please to rise in body and spirit as we return the Torah to the Ark. You may be seated.
I want to thank everyone for being here today. Thank you to my family for traveling so far to be here with me, and to all of my friends for coming. Thank you to everyone watching online and joining us virtually. I want to thank my tutor, Gail, for being so patient, supportive, and great to work with all this time. Thank you to Rabbi Ariel for all the encouragement when my parsha was challenging and for pushing me to keep going. Thank you to Forrest for all of your help from the very start and for letting me bring a fish today. Thank you to my parents for always believing in me and for everything that you have done for me. And thank you to Avi for being my best friend and being so supportive and always cheering me on.
Thank you for being here, everybody. Maya, Mazel Tov. We are so proud of you for reaching this moment. For so many months, you have studied and prepared, balancing your Bat Mitzvah preparations with the many other things you are involved with. We know that it has taken a lot of hard work and perseverance to get to this milestone, but it is not a surprise at all that you were able to do it, despite any challenge that came your way. Of all of the amazing qualities you possess, two of your greatest have always been strength and determination. These qualities became apparent early on in your life, beginning with the moment that you were born. To our surprise, you did not cry or scream upon entering this world, but calmly looked around with a serene expression on your face and a look of resolve. Your determination continued to be displayed as you intently learned to read entire Dr. Seuss books before age 2, leaving your Zadie speechless as you recited one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish for him with wild enthusiasm. The summer before your 5th grade year, the teachers at your school read Angela Duckworth's book, Grit, The Power of Passion and Perseverance. They shared with us that while reading, you continually came to mind as the student who embodies the traits of grit because of your strength of character and fortitude. Your ability to press on when the road becomes rough is a testament to your inner strength. You are kind, creative, hilarious, adventurous, and open-minded. You have guts and spirit, wisdom and humility. It is joyous to watch you touch the world with your spirit. May you always know how much you are loved. I am proud of who you are, and I love you.
Maya, felicidades. Tú eres la vida, tú eres. Lost myself. Yeah, I don't speak Spanish. Tú eres la luz de mi vida. You bring so much to the lives of everyone who knows you. You're a unique person combining awesome qualities of your dual heritage. Because of you, I am constantly reminded of why we should keep doing our part to be our best selves and to make positive impact in the world. You keep me on my toes and have been doing that since day one. I remember a time when we were driving from Philadelphia to New Jersey. You were about 4 years old. We missed our turn, and as anyone who drives in New Jersey knows, this became an ordeal. After a long delay due to my missed turn, you said from the back seat, New Jersey's like a typewriter. If you make a mistake, you have to start all over again. This was so funny and also kind and intimidating. Since that time, you have never stopped amazing me. Because of you, I am also inspired to be brave and try new things. It is amazing to see you grow and find the things that you love. Although I miss you a lot when you were away in the boundary waters and canoeing in Canada, or at work in Camp Ouija, it makes me proud to see you challenge yourself and to find out how strong you are, who you really are. Keep soaring, keep reaching, keep being you. Te amo con todo mi corazón.
Thank you. Thank you. Go sit down together. Such beautiful words, you two. So it's a tradition at Shir Tikva for Bat Mitzvah students to get to ask the rabbi that they work with a question. And your question, honestly, was probably a question that I needed to get asked, Maya, and also was really hard to look at because I felt like every time I sat down to work on your question, it was hard. It was hard. My heart was pretty achy and thinking about it, but I want to say thank you, and then I'm going to share the question. People are like, what did you ask? Yikes. So Maya asked me, basically, the world is really hard, so how do you keep believing in God? Right? In light of all of the tragedies, how do I keep believing in God? So there are a lot of pathways into answering this question. And I'm not going to make you sit through a whole labored, how do I believe in God and what is God and and history of God. We're not going to go there, my friends. Come next Shabbat. But for me, I don't expect God to fix stuff. And I don't expect God to intervene. For me, I think my understanding of who God is and how God shows up and how it is that I relate to the divine comes from this understanding that God is accompanying us. Right? There's a concept that Shekhinah, that the part of God that is present on earth, it's a feminine aspect of God, that Shekhinah went into exile when the people were exiled from the land. Okay, so this idea that God actually, in a moment of suffering, of collective human suffering, that God also got a little less comfortable, right? God also suffered with us. And so I love this idea that we're not actually watched when we're having a hard time. We're not sort of regarded in our suffering, but rather the divine is in it with us. That in our suffering or our disorientation, that God is also, however it is that we understand God, is also experiencing that disorientation. And I think that concept that God is sort of experiencing what it is that creatures on earth are experiencing is at the heart of Jewish mysticism, which says that the world is broken. That's not like something new. That's not like 2022, now the world's broken. Like it was an idea that like when creation happened, this sort of perfect piece of light was shattered into countless pieces, and tiny seeds of light were planted in every part of creation. And that our work as people, the work of righteous people, of people who seek justice, is to help that light reunite, right? So if each of us carries a tiny piece of that divine light, our work is to help each other come closer, right? So when we fight oppression, when we stand up to injustice, for a Jewish mystic, they'd say like, yeah, that's part of the bringing together of the divine light, because God doesn't fix what's broken. That's our work. And through our action, through this work of tikkun, of sort of bringing together the pieces of what has been broken, we help put the world back together. And according to our tradition, we also help bring Shekhinah, bring that feminine aspect of God that has gone into exile with us. We help bring her closer. We help bring her back from exile, back from isolation, and into relationship with other aspects of the divine. Now this is, again, next Shabbat, we can talk about all the aspects of the divine. But help bring that sense of what is out of balance back into balance. And I feel actually very humble talking about this in front of a bunch of high school students, because I think that more than anyone else on this planet, you know what it feels like to be navigating a world with broken pieces and to be trying to make sense of it. Like, I feel very humble talking about this in front of you, because like I am almost 40. I'm pretty upset about how the world is, but I do not know how you are making sense of it and how it is that you keep showing up and fighting and organizing. Like that, to me, that's what I'm talking about. Like that's the kind of work of helping make sense of what's broken, and not just being like, well, okay, fine, I guess the world's just messed up. But instead saying, so what are we gonna do? And how do we keep our instincts around how it is the world should be? And how do we keep grounding in our sense of power and how it is that we can work together to make something different? So that way when you're standing here, wow, I'm crying now. But so when you're standing here, God willing, and talking to your kids, Maya, you can be talking to them about a different world. And you can be talking to them about how it is that like the aspects of the divine came back into a different order, okay? Every generation has that power. So I'm glad that there's like a whole high school here today so we can talk about it. So thank you for your question. It is not every question asked by a Bat Mitzvah student that makes me cry on the bima. And I am just very grateful for the chance to get to say hard and honest things about how it is we make sense of our world and sense of our relationship with the divine. I think that as a close, and then I'm going to invite you to join me on the bima, is that this idea that Shekhinah accompanies us means that we're not alone. And in the moments when things feel overwhelming and things feel like, oh, well, I guess it's on me or it's on no one, that we remember that we're not alone in it, okay? So Yasher Koach, I'm going to invite you, your parents, and Rabbi Joy to join me here on the bima. And I'm going to invite the community, please, to rise. I'm going to invite Avi to join us here on the bima as we sing. You may sit down. On page 344, we find the Shechianu, which is a blessing for new moments that the three of us are going to sing together.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu, v'kiyamanu, v'higianu, la'zman hazeh.
All right, we rise now for Aleinu, which is found on page 284. V'hashev ota el levavecha, ki Adonai hu Elohim. V'hashev ota el levavecha, ki Shekhinah hi Elohim. V'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz. Bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad. You may be seated. We turn now to Kadisha Tom, to Mourner's Kaddish, which is a time of remembering those who have died recently or died at this time in years past. And we remember from Maya's family, Oscar Koenig, Maya's grandfather, and Zane Koenig, Maya's cousin. And Maya chose to put a chair on the bima, an empty chair on this bima, with one of Zane's scarves in memory and honor. Eli Soto, Maya's grandmother, and Raul Nieves, Maya's uncle. And as a community, we're in Shloshim, we're in the first 30 days since the deaths of Avon Rusty Nutting, Chelsea Thomanet's grandmother, Patty Flanagan, Mary Hartman's sister, Stephanie Lawson, aunt of Kochava, and Carolyn Pelzel, dear friend of Julie Jacobs. And we observe the yard sites of Steve Baseman, Diane Grout, Benji Hartman, Judith Candler, Barbara Cass, Jacob Kistner, Mary Kramer, Ed Levine, Dov Machakovsky, Jean Orenstein, Mendy Polyakov, Bernice Rand, Faye Ratner, Sam and Sarah Richmond, Larry Rochelle, Caleb Shalander, Jack Silberman, Dorothy Tain, and S. Lloyd Titleman. And are there other names of people who have died recently or at this time in years past that you'd like to share at this time? I invite the community please to rise in body and spirit for Kadisha Tom, page 294. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach yiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'yimru amen, yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lalmei amaya, Yibarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yidromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudsha brichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechemata da'amiran v'alma v'yimru amen. Yehi shlam rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'imru amen. You may be seated. It's my joy to invite Barry Epstein to the bima, who has some words of congratulations for you, Maya, on behalf of Shir Tikva community.
Shabbat Shalom. Maya, on behalf of Shir Tikva, I just want to thank you so much for your beautiful chanting and the lessons that you taught us, not only about your Torah portion, but about your Haftorah portion. That's a little bit unusual here, and I, for one, really appreciate what you said about David. So thank you. For those of you who don't know me, I've been teaching here forever, and Maya, you are one of the few that I have not taught. I've taught your brother, but I've not taught you. So I have a challenge for you, and then I have a gift for you. But first, I'll talk about the challenge. And since I don't know you, and I just know you from today, I'll tell you some of my observations about you. Number one, I have never, ever, ever been to a Bat Mitzvah where you've had a support fish here. And that says so much, I'm sure, about you, that you are so creative and so amazing and so full of chutzpah that you would bring a fish here. Isadora, and Isadora is beautiful, by the way, if you get a chance, take a look at Isadora. So that I love. I just love about you. And already I feel jealous that I didn't get a chance to teach you, just for that part. The other part that I really noticed about you is all your friends that are here and what your family have said about you, and particularly how you honored your Zadie and your Bubby, and that you are full of love and, Hesed, full of loving kindness. And that is just an incredible thing for people to have. And my challenge to you is that just as you show your love to your peers, to your family, and to your Zadie and to your Bubby, so you come here and practice radical hospitality. And that is a huge part of Shir Tikva, radical hospitality. And it's a little different when you give it to people that you don't know. It could be strangers, it could be old people like me, it could be people you don't know. But if you could practice that, you would be giving our community so much. So as a reminder, you will be getting in the coming weeks a name tag, and you can put it on and go, aha, I need to practice Hesed today. So so that is your challenge. And the gift is, have you been to Israel? Oh, you'll love Israel. You will love Israel. And you're going to get a couple of partial scholarships. And so when you're ready to go, you can call Shir Tikva and we'll tell you how to get them. So Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you.
So in just a moment, we're going to shift from this space into our social hall and have some lunch together. So that'll be sweet, huh? Really nice. Let's just take a moment. We say Mazal Tov, which means congratulations, which means good luck, right, actually. But it's what we say in a moment of real appreciation for someone's hard work. So I'm just going to invite us to say Mazal Tov together to Maya. Mazal Tov. And I'll invite Maya's family to come join me here on the bima as we bless wine and challah at the end of our service, okay? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen l'chaim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'te'avot. Would you like to grab a piece? So everyone, we have reached the end of our service. I'm going to invite you as we make the transition between our sanctuary and the social hall to please bring your possessions with you out there. And as you move past the usher table where Dave and Spencer are so kindly standing, please return your sidurim. And if you can, please separate your programs from your sidur, from your prayer book. You're welcome to take the program home. Thank you so much for coming. What a joy, and Mazal Tov to you. How do you feel? Yes. I mean, you knocked it out of the park, my dear. It was like everything was just like gorgeous. Congratulations, Mazal Tov. She's so special and such a great job. Now go enjoy. Also, so many friends.
Yes.
Like, what? Is this from your new high school, your old one?
My new high school. I have 2 friends from Edina who are out there.
Unbelievable. So much support. I love it so much.
Thank
okay,
you.
let's drink it in. Have so much fun today.
Thank you so much.
Of course.